Hi everyone, Gina Pirtle with Cisco's Veterans Program. I am here with Colonel John Folsom.
Hello,
who's
Gina.
The founder and president of the Wounded Warriors Family Support Organization, a Cisco-approved charity of our matching gift programs. And you all are a 4-star, top-rated organization on Charity Navigator.
Yes,
So,
we are, yeah. We worked hard to get there, too.
Yeah, you did. So tell us about your program and what makes you guys stand out from the other organizations out there helping veterans.
Well, we have a unique mission in that many of our combat wounded coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan have suffered traumatic brain injury or multiple amputations. And what we have is a situation where the primary caregivers are usually mothers, fathers, wives and husbands who are now in the position of having to take care of a combat wounded soldier or Marine. And many times these young people have children, and there are instances where a mother, for example, she needs a break, or there's a medical emergency, and we will come in and care for that veteran and their children. That's something the VA will not do. We will come in and help with household chores, take care of the kids, and give them some respite from providing daily care.
So you say when a soldier goes to war, a family goes to war. Tell us about that.
Well, America goes to war, our families go to war, and that's true, because a lot of our people who are young men and women who are going into combat have families, and when that soldier is wounded in combat, the family is affected too in a lot of different ways. But especially what we're seeing now with traumatic brain injury and amputation is that family is profoundly affected in that someone is going to take care of that soldier's daily activities. And again, there's something called caregiver burnout, where the caregiver is just burned out by not only taking care of herself and what she needs, but taking care of her husband in this example. And what we come in and give her a break so she doesn't walk away. She doesn't leave him because she's worn out. Mm-hmm. So we have to help families.
Well, your organization started out as a really grassroots, led by you initially.
Yeah, well, we had good leadership.
Literally getting supplies to those that were injured
right.
while you were overseas in
right.
Iraq and Afghanistan.
Right.
So I think that's what really does make your organization special, is that grassroots. Other organizations bring in big celebrity names,
right.
and you guys really are focused on directly supporting those that are being impacted. So tell us a little bit about some of the other programs you have. I know you provide transportation, mobility.
Well, we've had, again, especially in this theater, we've had a lot of soldiers who have had their legs amputated, and we have provided vehicles that are specially equipped where a soldier can get in and out of a vehicle without anybody else's help. And this we call mobility as freedom, because if somebody's empowered to take care of his own needs, and for example, we might have a young soldier who's missing his legs, and we get him an F-150 pickup that is wheelchair accessible, then he can take his kids to soccer practice, or take his kids to judo, or run errands for his family. So he's empowered and not having to rely on somebody else to take him around town. And we think this is important for his dignity and his self-worth. So we think that's something that's really important for us to do.
And you've given quite a few vehicles away. How many at this point?
Oh, well, I think to around over 80.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's
over
great.
80.
So you're giving them a sense of some freedom and the ability to continue to function. And,
yeah, I mean, that's
and help
important.
Their families.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
It's mobility is freedom, and,
Yeah.
and it's an important concept, and it's something that we need to recognize, that people need to have self-worth, and the fact that there's a combat wound that's profoundly changed their life shouldn't be forever.
So you have some plans for your organization in the future. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, one of the stark realities is that we have, as I said earlier, we have a lot of traumatic brain injury or severe amputation. A lot of these young soldiers are being cared for by mom and dad. And at some point, mom and dad aren't going to be around, and there may not be any siblings to take care of these soldiers. And what's going to happen, it's just the way it is these soldiers will end up in a long-term assisted care facility. And you know, we've all been around. We've seen good ones and we've seen bad ones, and the bad ones are bad. And what we hope to do with the support of Cisco employees is to build a combat wounded residence that's first class in nature, a real home where we can bring in combat wounded veterans who need help with daily living activities. This will be their home for as long as they want to stay. It'll be their home.
Yeah, you're creating a legacy, and so I think that's really important. So, well, thank you for all your amazing work.
Thanks,
I'm
Gina.
so honored to just call you a friend and,
I
and be
appreciate
part
that.
of this journey with you. So, if you want to learn more about Wounded Warriors Family Support, you can check them out at WWFS.org.